Hello everyone, my name is Sahil and in today's video, we shall be taking a very important dimension, that is 7 sins of current affairs or 7 dreaded mistakes that aspirants commit while they are preparing for current affairs, and because of that current affair becomes quite a challenging and quite troubling area. And I'm pretty sure that even if you have started or you are a seasoned aspirant, you might be committing one or other mistake out of these 7 sins that we have. First, making current affairs unsustainable. Let me give you one example. Even while I am taking newspaper analysis, I get request every day, sir, also cover Indian Express, also cover Hindustan Times, cover this, cover that. When I ask aspirants that what is strategy for current affairs they are following, many of them reply like this, that sir, we read Hindu newspaper. Along with that, we follow Indian Express editorials and explained section of Indian Express. Then also we are following PIB. And at end of every month, we are referring to this magazine and that magazine. This institution's magazine, that institution's magazine. Now, what you have done, you have made your current affair coverage unsustainable. It is not possible that you can follow all these sources every day for next 1 year. Also understand one thing, that UPSC never asks a question date wise or newspaper wise. They will ask a question on the basis of important events and important issues. And if there is an important development, important issue, that will be now if it is important, it will be reported in every newspaper, be it Hindu, be it Indian Express, or be it some other regional newspaper. It will be reported everywhere. For example, recently these three bills have been presented to replace IPC, CRPC and Indian Evidence Act. Can you think that they are not reported in one of a newspaper? They are reported everywhere. So don't make your sources unsustainable. Take one and switch and stick to that for entire year. Don't follow 5 sources. Then next mistake that they commit is switching sources multiple times. Today you are following a newspaper at your own and making notes out of it. Tomorrow you will find some Telegram channel, you are now following that. Then you found some YouTube channel, now you are following that. What you have done, you have switched your sources multiple times, and at the end of the year you don't have any consolidated coverage. My point is that don't switch sources, because nobody is making news at their own. Everybody is reporting from a common source. Fine, just decide that which magazine you have to follow, which paper you have to follow, which YouTube channel you have to follow. Pick one and don't switch multiple times. Stick with that for entire year. Don't waste a lot of time in that. The next is not understanding the demand of UPSC. Now, for example, recently this Chandrayaan 3 was launched. There are aspirants who are tracking everyday development of Chandrayaan 3. There are aspirants who are tracking every day that, okay, where inflation is going, where inflation is moving. They are keeping a diary of Russia-Ukraine war every day. And telling you frankly, today YouTube has also become a place where everybody in the name of UPSC current affairs are dumping information just for views. Every development they are making a video and saying important for UPSC. But is it really? No. You need to understand, please refer past papers and just see the type of questions that UPSC is asking. And before following anything, ask yourself a question that, can a question be asked on this thing in prelims, in mains? If a question can be asked, which area the question will be asked? Do I need to follow this news in entirety, or do I need to read it selectively? Just understand that particular thing, and that you can know by the help of some mentor or by observing the past patterns. So don't make these bulky notes tracking everything. Not possible, not needed. The next is fear of missing out. See, whenever you find that a new material has come in the market or some new compilation has been released by a Telegram channel, what do? You run and you just want to grab it. Fine. Why you want to do this? Because there is a fear of missing out, that there are some developments that are reported in that source. My friend will read it. What if I am not able to read it? I will miss out something. Every time, every aspirant misses on something and it doesn't makes a big deal. Even toppers, do you think that they know every news which was published while they were preparing? Do you think that they have every editorial in their mind? No, that cannot happen. That is not the way the human memory works. You will miss out certain things and it is okay. is not going to make a big trouble. Point is that you should not be missing out on big developments which were very probable for the examination. But some tiny things you will miss out. Don't be concerned about that. Don't just be compulsive that you have to read every compilation, everything that has come in the market. The next is artificial dichotomy. Now, this is a big one. What happens, UPSC's parents, they think that there is some different newspaper for prelims, different newspaper for mains. There are different sources for prelims, different sources for mains. Is there some kind of dichotomy? No. You have to do integrated current affairs for both prelims as well as mains. Even while I'm taking newspaper analysis, I get this question very frequently. Sir, this is okay. This looks okay for mains, but what about for prelims? Okay, I accept this thing that sometimes questions in the prelims, they have a factual undertone, but is there entirely a different source that you have to follow? No. Just that one source will yield for both prelims and mains, so don't maintain that artificial dichotomy. And next is, you think that you can be master of everything. You think that you can be master of everything. Okay. For example, this Kacha Tibu Island issue recently was in news. Now, what aspirants will do? They want to be the master of that. They will trace its history from 1500. Okay. And they want to know entire history, geography, polity, every tiny detail with respect to that. That can never happen. See, since last 7 to 8 years, I am reading newspaper every day. I have not missed it I have not missed the newspaper largely. There might be 1 or 2 day that I was not able to read, but largely I have read newspaper every day in these last years. But even if you come to me and ask some development, there might be a possibility that I might not be able to recall that at that moment. Okay, so understand, you cannot be the master of current affairs, and you don't even require to be the master. Okay, and in order to do this mastery, we waste a lot of time. We are reading one particular issue and we are wasting 7 8 hours on internet. That is not needed. Even UPSC mentions in their syllabus that you need not to be specialist, you need to have a generalist knowledge. That is a big mistake. And then lack of consistency. Some days you are motivated, you will diligently be following your source. Other days, 1 month, 2 months, you are out of connect from current affairs. You just think that, okay, I will only follow the magazine at the end of the month and it will do. Now, understand one important thing. I have explained it in my previous video also. See, there are two type of aspirants. Aspirant number one, they are well-read people. Even in colleges, they were very much into following current affairs. They are very much into reading books and all such kind of a thing. I just give them one fact. They can make an opinion out of that fact without any external help. But there are other type of students, and 99.9% fall in this category. They don't have original opinions, so they have to know the other's opinion so that they can reproduce it in the exam. Now, when you are just following magazine, you are following facts. What about opinion? That you will know by reading editorial on a daily basis, reading articles, original articles on daily basis, and that will only come by the help of consistency. But they are not ready to do that particular thing. So if you don't have opinions, if your comprehension skills are not that good, okay, and if you need help, then please follow consistently. Okay, you can have a magazine for revision at the end of the month, but following editorials, articles, coverages consistently from one newspaper is important to make opinions. Do that particular thing. So these are 7 dreaded sins or 7 dreaded mistakes that we as aspirant commit in our preparation. Please don't do that, and I hope that you have understood it. However, if there is any query, any doubt, please leave it in the comment box. And if there is some another area that you think I can address, please leave it in comment box also. I'll try to make a video on that. Thank you so much.